Could we expect this bullish move all the way up to the $50,000 level? Because yes, on the daily chart, we can see that Bitcoin broke this previous resistance and we saw this massive pump all the way to the $47,200. But yes, we got this flash crash all the way back down to the bottom of this major resistance box, and this worked out perfectly and we saw this bounce straight back up. So does this give us the indication that we're going to get this massive bullish breakout from the ETF approval? Yes, we're going to look at the latest news and also the bullish signals that we can see in the markets. So if you want to find out more, watch the video until the end, smash up the like button and subscribe. And now let's directly start with today's content. And welcome back to B for Crypto, guys. Today is going to be extremely exciting. Are we actually going to see the approval from the spot Bitcoin ETF? We're going to go directly over to the news. But first of all, we're going to look at the golden cross, because yes, Bitcoin made a golden cross for the first time in history with a 50-week moving average crossing the 200-week moving average. This is extremely bullish for the price movement of Bitcoin. But guys, keep in mind that the moving averages are lagging indicators and this is on a weekly time frame. So we could expect that, guys, we could even see a dump all the way back down and this golden cross would still be intact. So yes, guys, this is overall quite bullish, but for the immediate short term, this doesn't have any influence on the price movement of Bitcoin. So let's go over to the next news, because yes, Bitcoin has established a solid support zone around the $42,000 level, backed by 2.48 million addresses holding over 1.2 million Bitcoin. So we can see there's a very strong support zone. If we go over to the daily chart, then we can see the $42,000 level is exactly in this region, where we also have this green support box exactly here. And yes, we can see that the price movement of Bitcoin is holding this range, and we can see that overall Bitcoin is forming higher lows. Yes, we got this week from this fake news all the way back down to the bottom of this range, but overall, guys, we can see that we are in this bullish trend and that the trend is your friend until the end. So either we're going to see that Bitcoin is going to break the lower range and we could expect this price movement even lower. But overall, guys, with all this bullish sentiment in the markets at the moment, I expect that we're going to see this bullish continuation even higher. And if we go over to this article, if Bitcoin can successfully breach the $48,000 resistance, on-chain data suggests a clear path ahead. With no major supply zones in sight, Bitcoin could be poised to target the $55,000 level. And if we go over to the daily chart, guys, this could mean that yes, Bitcoin is going to come all the way up to the price target of $55,000 level, exactly in these regions. So we could expect this massive pump towards the upside, and this would mean, guys, from the local price movement all the way up to the $55,000 level, this would be a pump of 18% towards the upside. So this would be extremely bullish. And if we go over to the weekly chart, guys, we can see that this level is exactly here, just before the 88.6. So I could imagine if we're going to see this strong move, guys, we could even come all the way up to the 88.6, which is round about the level of $85,000 level for Bitcoin, if we're going to get this ETF approval. So overall, this looks extremely bullish for Bitcoin. But guys, keep in mind, we can also come all the way up to the 78.6, which is round about the $50,000 level, and this would be a strong resistance point, because yes, overall we can see in the previous price movement that this is a major resistance zone. So guys, yes, maybe we're going to get this major pump towards the upside, and after the ETF approval, Bitcoin is going to come all the way back down to retest this resistance as support. But ultimately, guys, it looks extremely bullish on the markets with the ETF approval. So let's go over to the next news. And at the moment, we can see that we're around about 30% in the bull market, and we could expect a major pump towards the upside, because if we're going to look at this chart, in the year 2015, we broke this downward sloping trend from the bottom exactly here, and then we saw this massive bullish move in the year 2016 and the Bitcoin halving exactly here, and afterwards we got this parabolic run towards the upside. And in the year 2019 we also broke this downward sloping trend, got this major push towards the upside, this major scam wick towards the downside exactly before the halving, which was also the Corona dump. But afterwards, we saw the Bitcoin halving and this massive push towards the upside. And in the year 2023, we can see that Bitcoin has formed the bottom and we broke this downward sloping trend. And at the moment, we can see that, guys, we are having this major push towards the upside all the way to the previous bull market support and the resistance from the previous bull market, exactly here. So yes, this is a major resistance zone, but if we can break this towards the upside, I wouldn't be surprised if we're going to see the type of bull run that we saw in the year 2016, that the price movement of Bitcoin was extremely bullish towards the halving and parabolic after the halving. So yes, maybe we're going to go a little bit sideways, but overall the direction is up for Bitcoin, so dollar cost average into Bitcoin. And if you want to buy crypto on the spot market, go down in the video description below where you will find my links to Bybit, where you receive a major deposit bonus and also OKX. But guys, you can also sign up with BITFLEX and deposit $100 and you get $10 absolutely free. And if you want to use the exchange without any KYC, make sure to sign up to MEXC. So let's go over back to the news, because yes, overall it looks extremely bullish. If we're going to look at the ETF approval, and I'm going to show you this short clip, because yes, FOREX CEO says that their spot Bitcoin ETF will start trading on Thursday. Looks like tomorrow will be the day for the approval. So let's listen to this short clip.
I believe it's going to start trading Thursday. That's
yeah.
Okay. Kathy and Jan, there are a lot of reports out there that some applicants of the 13 have lined up substantial investors. You want to give us any ideas? Any investors lined up? Anybody want to say anything? Some people have been public about it.
The seed capital was disclosed in a lot of the S1s that were filed this morning. You know, I don't want to talk about our product too much, but we have very good seed capital coming into this.
Kathy?
So yes, we can see that all these institutions are ready to deploy all their seed fundings, but this is extremely bullish. And guys, I expect that we're going to get this pump and then a healthy retracement for Bitcoin to flush out all the weak hands and for the institutions to load up even more on Bitcoin. This is what we could expect, how much money is going to inflow in Bitcoin, because altogether all these institutions have round about 17 trillion. And if we're going to see that only 1 trillion is going to be deployed in Bitcoin, this could see a massive pump towards the upside, maybe not directly, and maybe we're going to get a sell the news event. But overall guys, on a long-term perspective, this is extremely bullish for Bitcoin. So yes, we could expect a major pump towards the upside. So let's go back over to the charts on the 4-hour chart, because yes, we had this flash crash towards the downside, and we can see that Bitcoin perfectly came to the 13 EMA, the 13 moving average, and also exactly the bottom from this major resistance box. And yes, this major resistance worked out perfectly, because once again we saw that the price movement bounced off exactly here from the major resistance and this box that we have been drawing out for quite a while. And we can also see that we had some resistance exactly here, but the price movement came all the way back up and we retested this major zone, which gives us the indication that this is going to be really significant for Bitcoin. And maybe we're going to retest this zone once again before we're going to see a bullish move even higher. But guys, at the moment, with all this bullish news from the ETF approval, we could just see that Bitcoin is going to blast off even higher, reaching the $50,000 level. But ultimately guys, I could expect that after the ETF approval and after the ETF has been trading on Friday, that we're going to see a small correction and come all the way back down to this major resistance box to retest this major zone to hold it as support. But overall, this looks extremely bullish for Bitcoin. And if you always want to stay up to date, guys, make sure to be in my free Telegram group, because yes, I also posted this Bitcoin trade. And yes, we entered exactly here when we broke this major resistance towards the upside. We opened this long position, and guys, if we're going to reach the $50,000, we're going to make some great profits. So if you want to trade all of these moves, go down in the video description below and sign up to my free Telegram group. And make sure to be for crypto, smash up the like button and subscribe, and we see each other in the next video.